Hi, my name is Helen V. Hicks, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and the host of a brand new podcast entitled What Would Helen Say? This podcast is unique in the fact that this is a real client, and you get to sit in on a real full length therapy session. It is edited as little as possible, only for necessary reasons, whether it's to protect confidentiality or to edit out other types of sounds that tend to interfere. Um, but for the most part, this is as close as anyone has gotten to sharing a real therapy session. And it's not the ones that are edited for TV. Um, as much as I have enjoyed watching Iyanla Fix My Life and the other reality shows that feature therapists, couples therapists working with people very briefly, very quick fixes, this is the long haul. This is what therapy really looks like outside of TV production. There are some lulls where therapy isn't that exciting. And there can be some really, really exciting times. And there's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of hard work from my client. There's a lot of hard work from me. I'm not just someone sitting in a chair or on a couch saying, oh, yeah, I understand how you feel. Like, sometimes that can be a part of therapy, but it's not really therapy. I chose to do this because I have a limited reach. When I looked at the analytics of how many people had reached out to me over the course of 1 year, over 1,200 people reached out to me, just me alone, for help. I was able to work with 50. That's about 4%. And I don't profess to be the only therapist out there, and I don't even profess to be the best therapist out there. But if 1,200 people are looking for help, but only 50 are finding it, then I have to wonder how many of those people stop looking for help because they've called 10 other therapists and no one's picked up because they already got their 50 that they could help. This is the best way I could think of to expand my reach. The client that is currently featured on my podcast, her issues are generalizable. I think a lot of people can relate to what it's like to be overwhelmed, juggling work and small children and a relationship, having a history of family dysfunction that you are trying so hard to outrun, to outgrow, to have so many different things that you are trying to improve upon, trying to learn. This isn't about people relating exactly to her situation, but it's about them relating to how she feels being in it, living it, experiencing it. I think just about everyone can relate to what it's like to feel overwhelmed, to feel hopeless, to feel unloved by someone you want to feel loved by, to not feel safe, to worry, to want to be a good parent and not know how. If everyone who needs the help is ever going to get it, helping one person at a time isn't going to cut it. And I know group therapy is an option, but it's not for everyone either. Now, I by no means am advocating for people to just simply listen to my show and that's all the help that you need. No. If you truly, truly need therapy or any other type of mental health services, I absolutely want you to seek out those services. But I know that's not a possibility for everyone. Whether it's a matter of the particular area that you're in has limited providers available, or if you don't have insurance and you can't pay out of pocket, or you have insurance but you can't find a provider with that insurance. There are so many different factors that come into play with why people seek out help, why they get it and why they don't. For some people, they could have the resources and the means, but they're still scared to take that first step to call, to take the step to actually enter into a therapeutic office or space. For some people, even with being virtual, it's still difficult for them to pick up the phone. So my hope in doing this is everyone who needs to hear the things that I have to say, the skills that I present, the validation of who they are and what they feel and what they need. Everyone who needs to hear it will hear it. That somewhere in my client's story and her journey, you'll hear yourself. And something will help you along your way. I wanted this format because what you see on TV and the clips you may hear in radio shows with people calling in and getting advice for 10 to 15 minutes, it doesn't reflect the full scope of where a person is at, what exactly they need, the fullness of their life, the complications of how hearing this intervention for 15 minutes and you want to apply it to your life, but there are so many other things that get in the way and complicate that happening. I want you to know I understand. It's not that simple. It's not that easy. I want you to feel supported in whatever your journey is, wherever you're at, whatever it is you want to achieve in your life. I get it. I just want to be here for as many people as I possibly can. Because in working one-on-one, I'm very limited have to pick and choose who I work with and who I don't. And I know it's not fair, and it's absolutely never anything personal. So this is the only other way I could think of to help as many people as possible who are just willing to tune in. And even though tuning in can never replace being in your own therapeutic process with your own therapist, I hope it does enough to keep you stable and to keep you safe until you can.